Happy New Year! And that's how we're starting 2021. So, thank you for tuning in. And I wanted to do something a little bit different. For the people who really know me well, they know that I love classical music. One of my favorite artists is Mozart, and then Beethoven. Um, I have so many different favorites, but I think those are my top two. Um, but we're not here to talk about music. I wanted to set the tone for this, and that's the tone for the year. And something about classical music helps me to relax and meditate and clear my mind. And for me, being pregnant right now, it's soothing for my baby, and it's just something that I've always liked to do whenever I'm pregnant. Um, but it's really good for anxiety also. So that's just a little tip for anybody who, might want to try playing some classical music while taking a shower. I also like to, um, play some jazz while I'm taking a bath. So those are the sort of things that can help with clearing your mind and being able to focus so that you can be creative. And today we are starting the teachings based off of the book The Secret, written by Rhonda Byrne. And for those of you who don't know, The Secret is all about the law of attraction. And the law is very simple: love. And love means many different things to different people. But for me, it is the definition of living your life according to 1 Corinthians chapter 13 in the Bible. And that is the most solid definition of love. I'd actually be curious about what love is defined as in the Webster Dictionary, because I have read the dictionary, you know, recreationally before, and I know, right? Such a nerd. Um, and I did not look up the word love. I tend to gravitate towards the bigger words because, I was a little spelling bee champ growing up. So, yes, that is something that I really try to embody in my life: love. And it's a lot of people automatically, associate love with a certain level of intimacy in personal relationships, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, husband, wife. It's not always limited to that. You have to remember that we still have family members, friends. The Bible even says to love thy neighbor. Um, there are so many different people that, we can use to be an example of love in our life and to be, you know, to express love too. So the law of attraction is all about love. And I feel like because I'm naturally a loving human being, that this book, The Secret, and it's an ancient book. Rhonda Byrne just kind of broke it down between, excerpts from several philosophers and some of the world's greatest philosophers. The list goes on and on. And this book changed my life. I think I first read it in about 2007. And you have to be mindful of the energy you put out into the world, because that is what will come back to you. So I'm very, before I wasn't, when I first read the book, the first few times, I was not living intentionally. I said, okay, well, this is what I want, but I was not living in alignment with what I wanted. So this is a new day. And ever since I began living intentionally, and part of me not living intentionally in the past was because I did not have full control of my life. Well, now I do. So I can live in my authentic truth and intentionally, and it's wonderful, and everything is manifesting itself slowly but surely. That's another thing. these teachings and these lessons do work. And I don't even know what the lessons are. I just read the book several times before, and these teachings are based off of the book. So even though it works, okay, in the Bible it says faith without works is null, right? You still have to do the work on your part. And that expedites the power of the manifestation of whatever it is your goal is. And not only that, but you have to be patient. Sometimes the universe has to work things out, move some things around, get toxic people out the way, help to filter out everyone who's trying to hold you back, help you to grow as a person, to prepare for everything that you want, and that is what I have been experiencing over the past few years, God moving things around throughout the universe to help me manifest my dreams, so that when I get to that chapter where I have everything that I need to achieve my goals, things will fall into place smoothly, and I will have the right people around me that truly support me from a genuine place, and I will know who the toxic and dysfunctional beings truly are based off of their behavior along my journey. So let's just get started. I don't know if you have the book, but it's a very small book. Let me show you. And before I actually get started, I'm going to tell you, I have a little sticky note in here. See how small this is? This is a really small book. And do you see this? That's my sticky note. And I'm going to tell you what's on that sticky note. On that sticky note, and shout out to my business, 40acresnewyork.org, which is, the business itself is under construction for a relaunch in 2022. So it's not currently active, but behind the scenes, working on a new business plan, working on new locations, working on manifesting the funds for, the funds are already secured, but working on getting those funds into my bank account this time next year, so that I can, purchase my 40 acres plus. My vision has been multiplied. So I'm so grateful. And I'm also grateful for my community of support system of people that God have put in my life to guide me along the way, so that I do not, waste my funds, and I can invest accordingly. So what I have on this piece of paper is a list of properties that, once this book is done, the goal is to, and I love that I'm doing this video. This is powerful. Once this book is done, the goal is to purchase these properties. Hopefully before the book is done. That's really the goal. If we could be ahead of schedule and under budget, that would be great. But that's the deadline. That's my spiritual deadline I'm putting out into the universe. Once this book is done, I want to have either purchased these properties or to be preparing to purchase the properties. So, I'm already preparing to purchase the properties. So I should say, I want the money in my bank account to purchase these properties. So, a lot of you know about my vow of poverty, and I'm still standing by that. My vow of poverty was a year-long vow to, remain humble and live a simple life. And I've been doing that. I have really been doing that to the best of my ability. And that was this October when I made that vow. So that will be up next October. So we want to step into a chapter of prosperity, beginning next November. So that's how the timeline works out. So let's just get right to it. Page 1. This is spiritual. This is the equivalent of spiritual gold right here. Okay? Dare to dream. Page 1, day 1, January 1st, 2021. All right. The Secret contains clear principles on how to live your life in accordance with the natural laws of the universe. And the most important thing for any person to do is to live it. You can only become the master of your life by living it. As we travel through a year of teachings, the clarity, understanding, and wisdom you will receive every day will help you live the laws that govern human beings so you may truly become the master of your life. May the joy be with you. So that is really all I have for day one. No hardcore gems dropped there, but confirming, and I had it, that's my first time actually reading day one, and I had already said basically what was on the day one teaching, confirming that you have to have control of your life in order to manifest your dreams. So maybe that is the lesson in itself, you know, to be the master of your domain, you know. Um, Boy, I could go on and on and on for that. For on and on and on for hours about that, but I will keep it very simple, okay? And I want to just express that there are people who have money and power and love and relationships and wealth, you know, whatever it might be, and they are not the master of their domain. There are other people who have those things and they are the master of their domain because they are in control of their life. Okay? And that is what we want to strive for. Not control of others, but control of our life, our own life as an individual. I want to maintain control over every aspect of my life, you know, and I want to be in a position to empower others to have control over their life as well, so that we are all our own masters and nobody is a master over us. Okay? That is the truest form of freedom. Little do we know that so many people are still slaves of their own mind because they do not have control over their life. And when I say slaves, somebody's going to be all like culturally sensitive about it, blah, blah, blah. I really don't care what you think. I care what you think, but these are my opinions and truths. When I say slavery of the mind, I mean not able to express yourself authentically in the way that you want to without somebody trying to tell you how to think and what to believe and what to say, when to do, what to do. A lot of that sometimes comes with financial manipulation. I've noticed that especially for women who have dreams, who happen to be funded by their spouse. I've noticed that especially then in situations like that, because then it's almost like they're the master. And the Bible says that yes, we are to submit to our husbands, but you want to be submitting to a husband who is going to empower you, who is going to make you feel free, who's going to believe in your vision and believe in your dreams and believe in you as a person enough to invest in you, enough to help you build your empire together as a power couple and not hold you back because he is intimidated by your success and beauty and wisdom and knowledge and potential. So that is what I mean by master. And it's not just for women. There are men also who are in, situations where they do not control their own life, and they could be some of the richest men in the world. They are manipulated. And so it sometimes comes down to how things are set up, the foundation for which their prosperity was built on, the way that they make their deals, who they do deals with, that sort of a thing. Everything, there's so many factors that play into it. It can go on and on and on. But the very root of it all is to be your own master. And so that is the lesson for today. And if you want to manifest this in your life and you are not in control of your own life and you are not the master of your domain, so that you can actually live the teachings and live it like as it unfolds according to what Rhonda Byrne just spoke about in the first page on the first day. Let's work towards how to make a plan to break free from whatever is holding you back, from whoever is holding you back. And I'm not talking about, you have to think about, sometimes you have to break free from people who pretend to be on your team, but really they're just manipulating you to keep you from achieving something greater than what they can give you. You know, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. Everybody else can root you on and want everything great for you, but you have to be your biggest cheerleader. And if you can't be your biggest cheerleader right now, you got to build up to it. You got to find a way to empower yourself, because I'm going to empower myself, and I want to be able to do the same for those that I love as well, that support me, And I specifically say that because I'm not trying to empower everybody, because I don't want I have done that before in the past, where I empowered the wrong person and then they used the blessings that I gave them against me, and I felt dumb and taken advantage of and like a doormat. And we are not doing that in 2021. Okay? The only doormats we're walking on are Versace ones. We are not walking on living doormats. Versace doormats only. So, with that being said, let's be the master of our domain. That is the lesson for today. We are stepping in to 2021 with the spirit of controlling our own life. In the words of Janet Jackson, control, And I hope that, this resonates with somebody who really needed to hear it. And I look forward to the next teaching. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and I'll do it in the morning. Yeah, I'll do it in the morning. But that's all I have for now. So wishing everybody a wonderful new year, filled with lots of love and prosperity, peace of mind, and protect your energy, y'all, because there's a lot of toxic energy floating around in the world right now. So let's make sure that we get our sage and lavender and protect your homes and protect your energy and do what you got to do to have a wonderful, and safe and healthy new year. Okay, God bless you. I'm sending you all much love and light. Hit the subscribe button. That's all I have until tomorrow, day 2. All right, see ya. Ciao.